Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to another NRTS cast. I don't care whenever you're watching this. A good afternoon, then. I'll just stop there. In any case, you know who I am, I hope. I am Leafy Potato Style, your host, doing this intro completely backwards because I feel like changing it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another NRTS 1v1 coming at you. I promise there will be more team games in the future. As for when, probably not all that far from now, because Saturday SmackDown is no longer a dedicated 1v1 event. Hooray! Here we have the map, Hidden Valley, the players, Mr. and Sunny. You know him, you love him, Mr. Warner, the highest ranked NRTS player currently. He is wonderful. He is French. End of story. He is the standard by which we judge all other players. And his opponent, SunnySide, very popular on this channel. Seems to win almost every single game that we don't expect him to, and vice versa. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Take that as you will. He and Qualvin have like one of the most legendary rivalries of all time right now, and watching them beef in the freaking server is certainly something. Speaking of which, if you want to watch Sunny and Qualvin get into an argument about literally nothing, then our Discord server is the place for you. It should be linked in the description. It is a wonderful place to join. We are a very friendly and inviting community, or at least as friendly and inviting as it really gets these days. In any case, if you'd like to express your love of this game in any form, go ahead and join. More than welcome. Okay, orange and blue on Hidden Valley. I think it's about the time that I explain a little bit of what's going on in this matchup. Well, first off, we can just say both players are going for no-up CC. Pretty standard. You're going to make Militia. Militia are the most cost-efficient things in the game. You're going to make as many farms as you can. You just keep your eco as strong as possible throughout the game. Sunny going for a little bit of an aggressive expansion with his workers. Given that it's in the middle, though, I mean, you're going to kind of fight to a standstill anyways. Mister's going to have a little bit more militia in this central area. Sunny's going for a very greedy tower, but he's probably going to get away with it if Mister doesn't challenge it. Mister probably just figures, okay, what's the middle going to really do for you in this game? Because I still have two very quick access points to your base. Like, the middle is sort of awkward in this matchup. It still helps for Sunny to control it. Anyways, matchup. Orange, blue. The longest distance matchup that you can get outside of Valera, I'm pretty sure. Though orange to yellow on Split River is a pretty long distance as well. Ignore the voice crack, I am well aware. Or comment about it. Do what you want, I suppose. Anyways, Sunny and Mister both making as many militia as they possibly can. They are both housed right now, so we are at the point where the first person to make a house sort of triggers the other person to need to make a house. And until then, we're just going to get really greedy. Sunny spending $50 on towers in the middle of the map. That is quite an exorbitant sum. Mister's just going to go back and make a house, and Sunny's kind of just got no compensation. I mean, the two towers in the middle of the map really help you in terms of moving from purple side to green side. But Mister probably just doesn't have to worry about that right now. Right, Mister just opts to upgrade his command center, just get the 15 eco, right? So Sunny's effectively sacrificed 15 eco and then a little bit more. Right, we're going to place a house at about the same time for both of these players. Sunny has significantly less farms than Mister does, but has more farms to take. Mister struggling to take some of the farms on the border. Sunny will skirmish over them. Sunny takes the first shot of the game. Mister, with still a pristine militia army, though that farm is at a half HP, should be easy to pick off later. We are still looking to get into an engagement. Sunny with a decent enough formation to start out. Mister struggling a little bit to keep his militia in line, literally. And both players have their first house. Mister is working on the second house and is producing a militia, as is Sunny. Not so much the second house part, but the producing a militia. We are, for Sunny, just focusing right now on getting as many farms as we possibly can. When you're behind in the early game in terms of farms, not only are you a little behind in eco, but you also need to commit your workers to farming, so your second house is going to be a little delayed as well. So we'll see what this ends up doing for Sunny's game, but it should mean that Mister will have a little bit more offensive pressure. It's going to be a little harder for Sunny to make and hold on to farms. But given the distances that are involved right here, I mean, you've got like a minute of travel time for militia from one side of the map to the other. Maybe not quite, but you're going to have a line of reinforcements 5, 6, 7 militia long. right? It's going to be very difficult for Mister to bring his full force of numbers to bear against Sunny. But then again, he'll start pushing the front lines back a bit, or should be able to anyways. Sunny will have to start relying on the static defenses, right? We see Sunny still has his 8 militia formation packed up against Mister's like 13. If Mister really wanted to take a fight right here, he could and probably would win. I think Mister's starting to do the math here. He's like, yeah, wait, hold on. You're a scam. There's no way you're holding this. Yeah, and Sunny realizes, he just pulls back. Right, Mister's going to chase him. Probably don't want to take that fight into a tower, even if you do have a +5 militia advantage. Just... It's going to be more or less a wash, and if you mess up your micro, then you just kind of die. Sunny manages to pick off one of Mister's farms. That's good to see for Sunny, and we have a decent concentration of militia over near Mister's expansions down towards Purple's territory, but Sunny not going to be able to defend any of his farms back at home, as Mister has now slipped Sunny's main force. It's probably better for Sunny, though, given that he's not really fighting Mister's army. Like, he just can't fight Mister's army out in the open right now. Wasn't that slow on the draw on the second house, isn't that slow on the draw on the third house. Mister is very aggressively housing now, but that's just because he's just had more money. And, yeah, you have so many more farms than your opponent, you're just out-generating them in terms of funds. Sunny going for the generator kind of had to, because he made early towers. It does slow him down just that much more. And yeah, we're basically just going to slap each other. We're going to slap each other in the farms here. Sunny will still have the 2 in the middle, which is nice. I don't think Mister's going to get all of his farms eradicated completely, because he can just retreat back with the rest of his army. He's got a decent amount of reinforcements just ready to go. Sunny's been skimping a little bit on his militia production here, so not as many reinforcements to punch with. As soon as Mister rotates back around this map, it's going to be very dangerous. We have a house going up in the middle. Sunny is just committed to this middle position. Got a generator as well. If the middle falls now, Sunny's game is pretty much over. That said, it's been his strongest asset this whole game, so I suppose it makes some sense. We have 2 towers already. We're just going to continue shoveling reinforcements over in that general direction. Okay, cool. Housing game is going to continue here for Sunny, as he keeps trying to strike at Mister's farms. Mister has a lot of militia reinforcements now. He can almost just fight Sunny's harassment force out in the open, and Mister's still got something like 13 militia across the map right now. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, cool. We are going to need some sort of tier 1 for Sunny to make up for this army deficit if he wants to get his map control back. Right, he still has some farms to punch at, but Mister's about to be a massive threat. He's about to have to, Sunny that is about to have to commit his militia to the middle, otherwise he's going to lose all of his stuff. We see turrets being made as well, just as some insurance for Mister trying to crash through. I think the hesitation here from Mister really did it more than anything else. That many militia can and will beat 2 towers if you get to engage them separately, even if they have to take out a farm first, right? Especially if you have good micro. Tower 3 shots militia, so you can go 3 seconds before having to micro your units around. All right, 1.5 seconds between shots. You can take 2 shots without dying. So 3 seconds, move. 3 seconds, move. Right. Now, maybe you don't have enough time to clear out the turrets and such, but yeah, Sunny's realizing the situation very quickly. He needs static defense to stay alive. He has some reinforcing militia, but it's not going to be enough to keep the entire horde for Mister from just rolling through him. He will need static defense in order to keep himself alive, and he will need his army to fight in addition to that, right? So this is a rough position for Sunny. And yeah, I mean, it's not like he lost any militia in fighting, at least... If he did, I don't know where I was in time or space when that happened. We are taking back some farms while we can as Sunny, and to be fair, when Mister's militia are on the opposite side of the map, it's not like he can just go and harass on the opposite side of the map in 3 seconds, right? We have a sort of donut structure that Sunny has forced Mister into playing, so if he's at purple side and wants to get to green side, he has to go around, either through Sunny's base or through his own. Alright, we got a couple of farms and harassment down from Sunny, just manages to escape the wrath of Mister's army. Very, very good execution here. I suppose as Mister, you can't be that upset though, because you're still way ahead of Eco. Right, we've got a lot of houses down, we are going to be able to retake that farm, and now we're just going to punch at Sunny's new farms. At least one of them is paid for itself. Making this one, though, that Sunny just made, a bit greedy. Mister could probably kill that before it can pay for itself. But then again, I mean, I'm... Nitpicks. Okay. Sunny playing the middle pretty well. I mean, yeah, how you do this, right, is when your opponent's on one half of the middle and you have a whole bunch of static in there, you just go and do all your other stuff on the other half, because you can get to and from very easily, right? If you need to defend, you can just rally your stuff back from, say, if like you're getting attacked over at the green side of the map, and you had your stuff at purples, if you have your static defense in the middle, you can still move through it just fine. And so you can go from purple to green, no problem. But your opponent can't go from purple to green, no problem. They can't go from green to purple to stop your harassment. So you have everything on your terms. That's sort of the highlight of that, right? Of course, that requires you to interact with that sort of dynamic, right? So like Sunny's workers would get the most mileage if he was expanding out towards purple right now. That said, it's really hard to do that when you're about to die horribly, as we see the entire orange horde just walk towards Sunny's base. He has a couple of turrets already, but I don't know if 2 turrets is going to be enough to stop this many militia. It's got to be like 20, maybe low 20s, maybe low 20s, maybe mid 20s. I don't quite know. We have a lot of production throughout this entire game. There are no units other than militia. It probably actually is in the 30s now that I think about it. We're 10 minutes into this game, 10 and a half minutes into this game. We got another 6 rallying across the map. Right, Mr. is not playing around. Okay, Sunny is still continuing to house. So, lucky for him, Mr. is not trying to kill him right now. Probably could have gotten away with it. We are looking to crash through the middle of the map, perhaps, and or we are just looking to harass Sunny that much more. Now, losing a house and a generator in the middle of the map here sucks, but Mr. losing his entire militia advantage to clear out 2 towers and 3 turrets would suck more. Turrets deal 24 damage a shot. I'm not sure if you're aware, but militia only have 40 HP. That means that each of these turrets 2-shot militia, and they shoot just as fast as towers. Right, so big damage. Big damage. You lose militia very quickly if you walk into that. So, not recommended. 0 out of 10 doctors would recommend charging headfirst into enemy gunfire. Especially not if you're just going to lose your entire friend group as well. Anyways, we have a barracks going down in the middle of the map for Sunny. I really don't know what the idea behind this is, but let him cook, I guess. And across the map, a vehicle depot from Mr. Yeah, no, I think the vehicle depot is a solid idea. Even just for recons at this point, because Sunny's really just got nothing. Mr. builds the barracks as well. He's going to troop better than Sunny can. Right, no, but it will be a light tank. Light tank is sort of a win more button in this case. Right, you are slightly faster than the enemy militia. We have a trooper for Sunny as well. He got the first trooper out on the field. He wins the emotional victory. Post in the comments how much cooler Sunny is than Mr. because he got the first trooper. Or don't. I'm not your boss. You can do what you want, I guess. Anyways, we have Mr. reestablishing some of his farms. Sunny has been a little bit better about doing that this whole game. But yeah, what does that do for you when the opponent can kill all of your farms all at once and you can't really do that back to them? Yeah, we have 2 light tanks already out on the field here from Mr. We have a couple of heavy troopers out for Sunny. That'll at least allow him to spend his money on something. But honestly, at this point, instead of heavy troopers, if Sunny just made, I don't know, choppers, he'd probably be in a better position because Mr. still has some tanks. Right, now, choppers aren't going to want to fight militia at all, but just having something to deal with tanks, if you lose all your militia and you, like, hit most of their militia, you can start chewing away at enemy tanks, right, keeping them from being able to do anything, and tanks unsupported by infantry just kind of suck, right? Anyways, yeah, 3 tanks, we got some troopers, we've got mass militia against militia trooper, yeah, that's... I don't know about y'all, but I've played at least 2 hours of NRTS. Militia Trooper does not win against militia plus tanks. Let alone militia plus tanks plus as many troopers. Absolutely wild. Mister's just got every unit the Sunny's got and tanks. And more troopers. Actually, I don't know if that's true. The trooper production's been pretty consistent from both players. Workers hugging the infantry formation right now, though. So, might have to deal with that. Nope, Mr. just box selects his entire group. Workers are going to die horribly to Green's base if he's not careful. Yeah, trying to get the workers out of here. We'll shove some militia out of the way in order to get the 4 workers at the back of the formation instead. Yeah, we're just going to bring the workers with. Screw it. It's easier to do it this way. Okay, we're just going to walk right across the map. What's Sunny going to do to us? Nothing. Nothing. He can't touch us. All right, so we're just going to walk directly to his front lawn and ask him where the owner is, I guess. Yeah, I'd like to speak to your manager. Sunny, chasing with his entire force, realizing that he is in imminent danger of losing the game outright, will need to fight with his entire army and static defenses in order to not die, and Mister's just going to take advantage of that by ransacking all of the farmland again. Yeah, so shoot farm, you win. Shoot enemy base and lose all troops, you sad. Mister's just going to get more ahead by getting ahead in the first place. Yeah, so these tanks alone could probably kite the entirety of Sunny's formation, given that it's not formed up at all right now. I think as Mister here, right, you clamp down on Sunny trying to chase you. You take the fight, he's got no units left, and then you just kind of survive with your workers, and you make static defense, and he's gone. Right, we've got a research facility in the middle of the map now, so that's going to be obnoxious to deal with. Sunny does have a decent amount of militia and trooper, and given that it's formed up correctly, you can at least take an okay-ish fight. The tanks are what's throwing this, right? If Mister only had militia trooper, there really wouldn't be all that much of a threat, and Sunny can take a sort of okay fight. But tank trooper now coming out from Mister is the wildest unit composition to constantly produce. Absolutely ludicrous. I mean, yeah, sure, you have nothing but ground attack units, and also you have somewhat adequate air defense, but we have an air pad going down now. Troopers cost efficiently trade against choppers. It's one of the few things that they actually cost efficiently trade against, which is just bizarre, given that they're slower than choppers, don't have more range, they don't have more anything, and they only barely cost efficiently trade with choppers. Or in any case, right, they're sort of like ultimate roll compression. If you need something that nominally shoots ground units and also trades 1v1 against a chopper, and therefore you can heal it back to full, right, you have that. Sunny just deciding, I'm going to harass the opponent's farms now. 16 and a half minutes, your first chopper being made is a little late if you're going to make choppers, but I suppose better late than never. Right, best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is now. So planting the tree of a chopper, going to get 8 PM in damage every so often. And that's going to really hurt the war effort here of Mister, as he's really feeling that 8 PM, given that he's got 300-something eco, 400-something eco. Yeah, we've got just mass light tanks. Mister could probably just throw in an anti-air if he really wanted to. He doesn't even have to. He's just tower pushing. He's got a hospital, right? If he really wanted to, he could just push into Sunny, go heal up at the hospital, push into Sunny again, go heal up at the hospital, rinse, repeat, right? Sunny's got no sustainable healing. Having to buy a hospital here for Sunny probably cripples his war effort. I mean, I say that. He's got max housing now. The problem, though, is he just doesn't have... Well, he's working on max housing anyways. Problem is, he just really, really doesn't have the army right now. Mister's got like 2-to-1 troops, and some of those are tanks. Yeah, as we see, look at this. I mean, just look at the fight. It goes terribly, terribly for Sunny. Every one of the light tank shots kills a militia if it hits. Right? And then if it hits a trooper, I mean, like, okay, sure, you didn't lose a militia, but the trooper's not doing that much damage in return. Right? And Sunny's going to be pushed back. He's going to have like 12 units to his name. Maybe slightly more than that. But it really doesn't feel like it. Right, now we've got a missile turret back at home. Okay, so we're not dying to this push, necessarily. The missile turret with 2 extra turrets is going to save you. Drop an extra missile turret for some safety. Mister's just going to drop a hospital in front of your base. He's probably going to make some static defenses and then drop a depot. I know him well enough. That's just kind of what he likes to do if he's in that sort of position. If he's got workers with his front line, yeah, look at that. Boom, towers going down. We're going to heal up while we sit here and make towers, and while we sit here and make towers, we're also going to get a vehicle depot that the opponent cannot stop from upgrading and make an artillery. And that's going to be that. Sunny in the middle of the map is still making choppers. Choppers are threatening. Right, they are threatening, especially if your opponent is cheaping out on static defense, but Mister is not cheaping out on static defense. He's starting to get turrets down. He's got some towers down already. Right, you're going to need a lot of choppers to get anything done. Right, but Mister's farms have been reduced significantly. As has Sunny's, but the ecos from both players are looking about the same. You just wonder right now. Actually, no, Sunny's got way more. What the heck? Yeah, no, Mister's down to, what's that? He's got 8 9 farms after these choppers get done. 10 farms. Yeah, so not all that impressive, honestly, versus Sunny, who's got just about the same, and most of them are upgraded. Wild. We have an upgrading vehicle depot at the front now for Mr. though. This is going to get dangerous. Sunny is at the back line. I believe that's a vehicle depot being dropped. Nope, second air pad. We are going to double produce choppers, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I mean, upgraded vehicles suck against choppers. The only problem is you don't really have space to work with right now, right? If the enemy artillery comes out at all, you start losing your houses, and that gets really nasty really quick, especially when you're working with a high number of low population density units, such as choppers, who are only $32 per pop. Right, you make them very quickly. They fill your population quite quickly. The only units that really do better at that are, well, technically workers, technically a militia, soldiers, repairmen, and jeeps. I think that's the entire list. So yeah, we are going to make towers now. Those towers are not going to do all that much against artillery. We need choppers, and we need a lot of them in place to kind of just crash through, kill this upgrading vehicle depot, and rinse repeat. What we're going to do instead is we're going to take them across the map. No, we're not. We're going to sit them back in the middle. Okay. Honestly, I don't hate from Sunny here trying to just take all the farms on the map because Mr. is stuck at the siege lines right now. We are selling houses at the front so we can make more towers. Absolutely wild. We are dropping a third air pad to outspend our eco. In the event that there is a slight mistake in macro. Nope, never mind. We are not doing that. Yeah, so Mr's got an upgraded vehicle depot. It's going to start producing artillery. Mr. is losing militia at the front here to towers. Slowly. He does decide that he wants to move. We have a lot of towers here from Sunny, but those towers are very close to the front lines. We're going to need to have something here. The towers are going to buy you time, but time isn't really going to do all that much for you. Sure, it makes you money because you have eco, but like, what's it getting spent on? Sunny does have a death fleet of choppers, but this really, really, really needs to be like, you've got to snipe something very important. Right, enemy artillery is going to start shelling away at your towers. We're going to sell our missile turrets because we don't want them to be shot at for free. We're upgrading towers to give them an extra, like, I think it's 70% HP. Can't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head. I really should, but I don't. Yeah, no, so getting shot at by 2 towers at once is actually killing a trooper. Let's go. Not quite. It will begin whittling away at their artillery, but not quick enough to actually kill it. We still have mass choppers coming out from Sunny. We are dropping another hospital at the front line here from Mr. The artillery is shelling away at Sunny's base, and this is a ticking time bomb. We are making barracks units at the back. Repairman is the flex of all time. We are buying as much time as we possibly can to produce more choppers. That seems to be the plan, right? Mass choppers, we're going to like try to last ditch clear this out, and then when we clear it out, we'll still have some choppers left over, hopefully, and then we can just abuse the map. And while we have Repairman, we can also just use them still to get our command center back to spec. So a couple of Repairmen now. They are very fragile, and having no healing does mean that if they get artillery splashed, this does not go well. Back at home, Mr's got 4 turrets, a whole bunch of towers, and some anti-air at his base. He knows the threat. He's respecting it, but does he respect it quite enough? Sunny's walking around. He's not quite sure where he wants to go just yet. He has a lot of choppers, and we are deciding we're going to go kill Mr. Okay, Mr's just going to shove forward with all of his units. I don't quite understand the rationality behind it, but maybe we're just going to force the towers down. Yeah, we're losing a lot here. Yeah, the desperation push from Mr. He's going to lose some medics, he's going to lose some workers, he lost some infantry. That's not great. Across the map, Sunny's on top of Mr's base, but there's like 3 anti-air stacked on top of each other, and Mr's down to 40% HP on that command center, but it's just not enough. Right, we are spamming towers at this point, but what time are you buying yourself, really? At this point? I don't know, man. Yeah, artillery is shelling away at houses for free now. We're about to lose workers. That's not going to be great. And I mean, the repairmen are doing their best, man, but I'm afraid they just can't do that well, right? At this point, there's enough artillery. We've got 2 artillery shelling away at turrets, and we'll be shelling away at missile turrets here. Splashing down the command center just a little bit. Yeah, we're losing tanks because we're getting greedy, but... Yeah, Mr. Sunny, I don't think you can win this anymore. I'm going to say it. I know it's controversial. I don't think you can win this from here. We are still making a repairman, though. We're going to be the bane of Mr's existence here. I forget exactly how many repairmen it takes to out-heal an artillery hitting one thing at a time, but it's a lot. Actually, I think it's 10, exactly. It might be like 9 or 8, but it's a lot of repairmen. They're 2 pop each, which is just insult to injury, bro. 2 HP repaired every 2.2 seconds ain't a lot. Yeah. We get to watch the fireworks as Sunny's command center dies a little slower than we might originally expect. Once the missile turrets are out of here, though, I'd imagine Mr. just shoves. Yeah, Mr's just going to shove even with the missile turrets here. Boom, GG at 25:03. What a game, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. takes the match. Oh, like and subscribe if you like watching artillery pushes. Don't like and subscribe if you don't like watching artillery pushes. Instead, leave a comment telling me how wrong my opinion is for liking artillery pushes. And join the server. It's a very great place to be. We got big plans. We got big plans. Big things planned. And maybe, before the heat death of the universe, NRTS will get another update. But I'm not here to speculate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed watching this video, I thank you very much. If you have stuck through all the way to the end, I thank you very much twice. In any case, I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember to stay classy. I will know if you haven't.